Hello, welcome back to Kim Reads as we continue with Samantha Learns a Lesson. Chapter 4, The Contest. The next morning, Miss Crampton made an announcement. The Mount Bedford Ladies Club will be sponsoring the Young People Speaking Contest again this year. The contest will be held on October 5th in the Mount Bedford Opera House. This year's subject is Progress in America, she said. A student from the Lessing Boys School and from the public elementary school will compete in the contest, Miss Crampton continued. Our own academy has been asked to send 2 girls to take part. In order to choose these 2 girls, we shall have a contest of our own 3 weeks from today. Each you will prepare and present a speech. Miss Stevens and I shall choose the 2 best speeches. Think very carefully about the progress in America, Miss Crampton went on. Think of all the inventions that have changed our lives, the telephone, the steam engine, the electric lights, and so much more. Talk to your parents and read books to get ideas. You just have 3 weeks to work on your speeches. You should begin today. And remember, I expect excellence. By the time Miss Crampton finished, all the girls were thinking hard, and by lunchtime everyone was buzzing about the speaking contest. If you win, said Helen, the mayor gives you the medal, right up on stage with everybody watching. It wouldn't matter if the president gave me a medal, said Ida glumly. I get so nervous in front of people I can hardly remember my name. I can never give a speech in public. You get the name in your paper if you win, too, Helen added. I would probably just faint and fall the stage onto the mayor, said Ida. And my parents would be so embarrassed that they'd have to leave town. I don't get nervous, said Ruth. But I don't know enough big words to win. Judges always like big words. I'm going to keep smelling salts in my pocket, said Ida. Remember them if I faint. Samantha's going to win, said one of the other girls. Her essays are always the best, and she won't be scared on stage. Samantha shrugged modestly. I wish I could win, she said. She knew she could certainly try. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be up on the stage and feel that medal in her hand? Edith Edelton might win, though. It was Ruth speaking. Ruth was Samantha's friend, but she was an honest friend. Edith knows more big words than the rest of us put together, and she's not scared of anything. The other girls groaned. Helen made a face. Ruth, she said, just be quiet and eat your sandwich. At 3 o'clock, Nellie and her sisters waited for Samantha on the fronts of the Mount Bedford servant girls. This afternoon there were no tears. How was it, Nellie? Called Samantha as the 3 bounded the steps. It wasn't too bad, answered Nellie. Bridget took Samantha's hand, and the girls started home. Did they tease you? Samantha asked. They did some, said Nellie, trying to slow Jenny down. But I didn't mind so much. The teacher mostly left me alone. Can you come to Mount Bedford School today? Asked Samantha. Nellie looked uncertainly at Samantha. I have to clean the parlor and sweep the mats, she said. But if I get the table set right away, I can come for a little while before I have to serve dinner. Just then, Edith Edelton came riding past on her bicycle. She looked at the girls and stopped. Samantha Parkington, does your grandmother know you're walking home with servant girls? Samantha was shocked. What are you talking about? Edith was only too glad to go on. Those are Miss Van Sicklen's servants. I know my mother doesn't want me to spend time with them, but I guess some people just aren't very particular. And Edith climbed back on her bicycle and pedaled away. Nellie's face got very red. For once, Samantha was speechless. She grabbed Bridget's hand tightly and marched up the sidewalk with long, angry steps. You know, Nellie, Samantha finally said, Edith Edelton is even nastier than Eddie Ryland. That evening, Samantha came to dinner with Grandmary. Samantha had always loved the glitter of the silver and the crystal in the dining room. She loved the little silver bell Grandmary let her ring to tell Mrs. Hawkins to clear the table and bring dessert. She loved the special grown-up time she shared with Grandmary. Of course, such a grown-up dinner wasn't easy. Samantha had to use her very best manners. She sat straight and kept her napkin on her lap. She tilted her soup spoon away from her and her soup plate. She never spilled or dropped a crumb. She kept her elbows close to her sides, and she tried to speak until she was spoken to. Samantha waited until Grandmary asked her about school before she told her about the speaking contest. What do you think that is the best sign of progress in America? Samantha asked. Grandmary paused for a moment. Well, first of all, Samantha, she says, I think it's a mistake to assume that change means progress. The world got quite along well without these new inventions and machines, and many of them have caused more confusion than they're worth. Grandmary paused again. Still, she said, I think you'd say the telephone has been some help. Well, of course, it will never takes the place of a courteous letter. But I think it does help Mrs. Calkins when she orders meat and groceries. And it's a comfort if she ever needs the doctor or the fire department. Yes, I would say the telephone was a useful invention. Samantha had something else she wanted to talk to Grandmary about, but once again she had to wait until Grandmary noticed and asked, Is something bothering you, Samantha? Grandmary, why isn't Edith Eddleton allowed to play with Nellie? Samantha asked. Grandmary looked surprised. Why, Samantha, she said, Edith is a young lady. Samantha thought that was ridiculous, but all she said was, You let me play with Nellie. You are helping Nellie, said Grandmary, not playing with her. There is a difference. Samantha was quiet. She didn't like the difference. And that's the end of that chapter. Bye.